Hi everybody, it's me Kayleigh. I am so sorry I haven't been filming in what seems like probably maybe even a year ago. I can't even remember, maybe even over a year actually, I'm not too sure. I can't remember when it was last time I filmed a video. And I've also not updated Instagram for a long time. I will get into that, that's not something, I do want to explain it, so I don't want to be like, oh, I just didn't do it, but there have been reasons why that hasn't been happening, and I do want to explain it. But instead of just putting a picture up and an explanation of me trying to write a paragraph of reasons why, I thought I would restart making videos again, and then my first video can be a welcome back for me to say hello to everybody again, and it's so much easier and more comfortable for me to sit and talk to everybody rather than type a message, because sometimes you don't know how texts come across, do you, when you type in either text or you know, messages to go along with your pictures. So I thought if I film a video, you can tell that I've not filmed in ages, I'm like so I'm gonna have to edit all this out, but I thought I would rather film a video for everybody and then I can say hello to everybody. You may have noticed that I have put a little bit of weight back on. I'll get back in, I will do a proper weekly update in a minute and explain the whole weight side of things, but I wanted to explain what happened since we last spoke to kind of bring you all back up to exactly where I am now. So last April-ish, when was it? I did actually win last year's Greatest Loser award, so I think that was in the February, and I had been struggling since Christmas, but I was getting there, and I did manage to get my 6 stone award. I was about £2 off my 6.5 stone award, and then I just lost the plot completely. There is a reason for that. I don't want to just say, oh, I just couldn't be bothered doing it anymore. And I was in two minds, as you will know if you've seen on my Instagram, I think it's my last picture that would have been there for however long, and I didn't tell anybody at the time what was happening, apart from a couple of people, but there was a reason why I wasn't sticking to plan anymore. I wasn't following it, my mind just wasn't in it. Finley, some of you may know, some of you may not, but me and my husband Matthew, we have a little boy called Finley, and he has just turned 4 actually this January. And around that time, it's something that's always been on the cards. I don't know if that's the right phrase to use, but we've always been aware that Finley could possibly be on the autism spectrum, the autistic spectrum, the autism spectrum, but he'd fall into the Asperger's category. Now, way back, he was having a few troubles at nursery. I mean, granted, all of these are I can't even compare them to the children that really suffer and have really, really tremendous difficulties. I mean, Finley's very, very capable. He does have his difficulties and he does have his struggles, but at the time, when you hear something like that, or you start thinking, oh my god, is this really actually true? It worries you, and it kind of consumed me, and I didn't really mean it to, but it was, I think for me, what was a difficult thing, people were telling me there's nothing wrong, there's nothing there, because a lot of, you know, paediatricians were saying there's nothing there, and I was like, no, I think I'm right, you know, I have no experience, but I think I'm right. So I've been pushing and pushing. We still don't have a diagnosis yet, we still don't really know what the case or cause is or anything. Me and Matthew are pretty certain that he does have Asperger's, which is great, that's fine by me. Since Finley's whole thing happening, Matthew has also been diagnosed with it as well, so I have 2 people now, or one and potential one, that has a diagnosis. So there's just me left now, so and I'm the only one that's, you know, keeping everyone going. But I wanted to give an explanation, and I am more than happy to talk about Finley and his difficulties and how we spotted it. If anyone is interested in that, I'm not too sure if people will be, but I am open and honest and happy to talk about it. I'm not upset by talking about it. You know, I've done way too much research and emailing people in America and going crazy to let it go to waste. So I am happy to do any kind of updates regarding Finley, and I will let you know anyway when it's all sorted, but you know, I'll probably do a video with him one day and you'll see, and he'll be chatting away and he's happy enough. So it's just more he has anxieties and he's a bit socially awkward, and which I quite like the way that he's a bit awkward, and he's just like his dad. So anyway, that threw me off track, because at the time we didn't know how serious it was, we didn't know the outcome, we didn't know what to do what was for the best, and I actually wasn't eating enough, which is what happened. So I was getting that upset and that stress that I wasn't eating, so I wasn't following the plan anymore, but not in the way where I was overeating like I used to eat when I was upset or sad before I joined Slimming World. I was actually doing the opposite, whereas I would go a whole day without having a meal, but then at night I'd think, screw it, I've not eaten all day, I want a McDonald's. And then that's what I'd do. I'd go and get a big tasty and eat the whole thing and think, oh right, well I've stuffed it now. So gradually I just fell off the whole plan and I just went to pot, really. That is what happened, and it wasn't intentional. It was something that was way out of my control, and I just wasn't in the headspace to get back on track. I just couldn't do it. I tried and I just couldn't do it. But the funny thing is, even though I wasn't on a diet, this is the first time that I've ever fallen off plan of a diet, and that it's not like the Slimming World brain has not left. Like every time I've always done a diet, I've either thought sod it, and I've never thought about it again. I've not thought, oh no, that's really not, that's not good, that I shouldn't be eating that. Whereas now I was very conscious of everything I was eating every single day, whereas before I would have just eaten whatever I wanted, done my diet, finished it, whatever, put the weight back on and never thought about it again. But this, I know that this plan suits me and this is the right thing for me, because every single day without fail I would think, I wish I was back on plan again. What am I doing? Why am I doing this? I know it inside out. I know it's amazing. I've made so many friends, which I've kind of just buried my head in the sand for the past however many months and tried to hide and forget life because I was so ashamed of putting all this weight back on and doing so well in the first place, and all these not troubles with it, it's not trouble, but worries and anxieties that I had. And then I think, come on, you've got to just do it. So I did try and start in November, and I'd put a good couple of stone back on, a lot actually. But at that time I still wasn't ready, so I thought, I didn't actually say anything on Instagram or here because I knew if I did, now I'm filming this, I know that I'm going to stick to it because I can't go back on myself a second time. I've ruined it for myself once. I am not going to show myself up and do it over and over and over again. I'm not going to do it. So I know, even, I'm like talking to myself now, like a little pep talk. So I know that by filming this, I know I'll stick to it this time. I had rejoined, I'd rejoined twice since you'd not seen me, because I was going to try and lose all the weight and think, yeah, just pop, oh hi guys, yeah, everything's fine. I just disappeared for a while, but I had to be honest with everybody, and life isn't perfect and things get in the way, and I just think I just needed that time maybe to realise how good this plan was and how much I really do want it, because otherwise I would have just left it and put all the weight back on again and been like, oh well, whatever, I'm not really bothered. But I am really bothered, and for it to be on my mind every single day, I should have just done it, and then it would have still been on my mind because I would have been doing the plan and enjoying it and losing weight as well instead of putting it back on. But hey ho, that is the way it is, and I'm back, not back to where I was. I'm still a little bit under where my starting weight was, but I know I can do it. I know the plan works, and I'm in the right headspace now. Everything's great with Finley. There's still appointments to go to, there's still worries. We don't know if he's got this, has he got dyspraxia, has he got all these different conditions, but he's happy and healthy. To us, he's the most loving, kind, caring boy, so I don't know why I have all these worries. And then we're worrying about school, and that's another thing, and nursery, and if you want I can go into it, but I don't want to go on and on about it in this video. But I am more than happy, like I said, to go into it. But things seem to be on the up and he's doing great, so I'm really happy, and I want to do this for me now and for him, and because it's the right thing to be doing, and I feel like I'm ready to do it now. So I will fast forward you all. I will be updating Instagram again. I'll be back on that full force because I really need that. I hope everyone doesn't hate me and they're like, get off, you've had your chance, you've ballsed it up. And I just think, why did I do that? But I'm here to anyone else that's joining and watching this video right now to say that yes, it is possible to lose that weight, but it is possible to slip up, and I'm going to hold my hands up and say I've slipped up, but that's okay. We all make mistakes, it's fine, it's just part of life, and I'm going to put a bit of weight back on, but I know I can lose it again, and I've got that belief in myself with this plan that I can lose 6.5 stone plus all over again. Even though I've done it once, I know I can do it again with Slimming World. I just know it. I just don't even worry about that. So I will fast forward you all the way back to now. So I'm back on plan, I'm back at group. My second weigh in will be on Wednesday. I will do a separate video with how I got on my first week. I hadn't filmed this earlier because I didn't want to balls it up, and I didn't want to think, yeah, I'm back on plan, and then be off to blooming the Co-op for 10 donuts for £1 and think, well, I've just made a video and now I'm back off plan again. But I know I'm not going to be like that. Everything's great, I'm really enjoying it, I'm feeling so much more positive. So I am here to just say I'm back. I'm not going anywhere this time, and I will continue to make weekly updates. I know they kind of tapered off towards last year. It was getting difficult to film and edit, and I had problems with my computer, and it just, everything seemed to like go against me, and I was just fighting like, no, I'm doing it. Instagram will be back. My first post will be probably this, to announce that this video's up so people can watch to see where I've been and what's been going on. I haven't actually been on Instagram, so if you have sent me a message, it's not that I've ignored anybody. I haven't meant to ignore anyone. I'm one of them people that if I'm having a really difficult time, I'm very strong-willed and I'm a very strong person, but when I know that it's something that really, like Slimming World to me was everything at the time, and when I know that I've fucked it up, I think, oh God, and I just hate a little piece of me. That sounds really, really harsh, but I'm a bit like, oh, why? And it really hurts. So I've not been on because I didn't want to remind myself and look at my pictures and think, wow, I was really on it and enjoying it, and look at, because I don't feel like I deserve that kind of recognition right now. You know, I don't know where it comes from, but I kind of just sort of was like, just don't look, because I would make myself upset. I know that I would get upset with everyone being so great, and I felt like I didn't deserve it, and it doesn't really make sense, but that is the way it is, and I am guilty for doing things like that, and I don't like the way I am when it comes to being like that. But you know, I will be going on Instagram, and if you have sent me a message or left a comment, I will try my hardest to reply to every single one of you to say thank you, and I'm saying thank you right now because I haven't read them yet, and I haven't intentionally ignored anybody. I'm really, really not like that. I just bury my head in the sand, try and cut that part of my life out, because if I thought about how bad I was doing, I would be very upset, knowing that I'd let people down, I'd let myself down. You know, everyone was like, oh my God, you've done amazing. And then now it got to the point that when I was walking, we have like a big, you can probably hear it actually, there's a big main road running up and down our street, and I would take Finley to nursery and be walking and trying to avoid people that used to go to my old group, because I'd put weight back on and they'd think, oh look at Kayleigh, she's put loads of weight on, and I was scared if I walked past the reflection I wouldn't want to look at myself, you know, just, and I think, oh, I really don't want to, that's not healthy to be like that, and that's the way it was getting. And all I know is that when I'm on plan, I speak to people every day, I've made so many friends, I interact with people, I get so many ideas, I'm happy. I'm so much happier when I'm on plan, even though I'm not eating like delicious donuts and burgers and chips. They're not the things that make me as happy as forming amazing friendships, getting amazing ideas and advice and support off everybody, doing things like this, having something for me to do, rather than me sitting on Google going, symptoms of dyspraxia, symptoms of ASD 3-year-old, you know. Instead of me being obsessed that way, I need to get back to me and have a bit of time for me to do this, go to group on a Wednesday, enjoy what I'm doing and eat healthy and be there for Finley when he wants me to be, rather than being a big fatty, and that's not going to do him any favours at all, is it? I am back. I promise I will stay back. I'm not going to let anybody down this time. I'm not going to let myself down. I don't want to let Finley down, Matthew down, nobody. Matthew's back on plan, I'm back on plan. We're all going to do it. You know, I have put quite a bit of weight back on, but I do deserve it. I've eaten like a pig and not thought about the consequences, and then I look in the mirror and I think, oh my God, what the hell's happened? I just I just think it's really not, it's just not been worth it. It has just not been worth it. It's just totally ruined everything, and I'm bloody well annoyed. And you know, I won Miss Slinky, I won the Greatest Loser, and then I was thinking, yeah, I'm on track for I was on track to win the Woman of the Year competition, and then before that I just balls that up, somebody else got it, and then I thought that's great, but that, you know, if I'd have carried on, I could have kept, you know, the momentum up, and instead I just threw it all in bin, and I wasn't even at group anymore. And it just shows that no matter how much weight you can lose, you can still fall off track, and life can still throw them curveballs at you. But I do want to say that I am here to do this all again, and I know I can do it, and I don't want to keep going on and on and on about the same thing, but I will do it this time. And I want to get back talking to everybody, uploading all videos and seeing everybody and seeing how great everyone's done, and be back to where I was and enjoying life, enjoying Instagram, enjoying YouTube, and not being sad anymore, because I was very, very sad. Not depressed sad, I wasn't like that, but I was becoming consumed with the worries that I had, rather than parking them, thinking, okay, yes, you are a bit stressed, you are a bit worried, but you still got to focus on yourself. And I kind of forgot about myself for a bit of time, and was too overwhelmed with the situation, I think. And then when I get too overwhelmed, I kind of just take a step back and think, whoa, 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 this is way too much, which is what it became. So that is where I was. It wasn't just a CBA with Slimming World anymore. It was a genuine issue that we had going on with Finley, but you wouldn't even know to see him. Like, when I take him out and I tell people, or he's out and about, and they go, what are you even talking about? And I'm like, well, I know, but maybe I look into things way too much, and everybody agrees with me, my dad and everybody thinks that I'm literally going insane. I don't want to be that insane weirdo anymore. Of course, I will continue to support him and give him everything he needs, but I think that going absolutely mental, paying for private things, this, that and the other, getting assessments here, was all just getting a little bit too much for me. So, and the last post I actually posted last time when I restarted was the day of his assessment. So I had his first assessment and was saying, oh, that this is what's been going on. And then it just got too much again. We were going to all these assessments, we were getting reports, we were getting feedback, this, and I was just like, whoa, 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 whoa. I just want to take a step back and let him be. So he's all good, everyone's great, he will be fine, everything's all good. If you do have any tips with kids with Asperger's or that are on the spectrum, then let me know, that would be great. I am fine, I'm really, really happy, everyone's really happy. This video has not been very uplifting and, whoa, you know, good. I haven't made a video in so long, so I'll probably sound like a total, like, noob, like, oh hello, yes, it's me. I just want to say hello to every single person, like Colette and Tilly and every single person that I haven't spoken to in ages, because I've just done a runner and just buggered off somewhere because I just needed to hide and have a bit of space. But I am more than sorry, and I'll edit this video tonight and get it up as soon as possible, and then I've got another video, so there will be 2 videos, rather than make this a ridiculous long video. I know it will be long anyway, but I'll do a second one and then you can just forget about this, and I've just been rambling. There's not been anything exciting to say, it's just been a blur of every day rolled into another to another to another. So I think now it's time to forget all that. It's a new year, we're back on track, everything's great. So I'm sorry this video has been a bit depressing and a bit like, oh, thanks Kayleigh for depressing us, but everyone that started from fresh this year who maybe hasn't done Slimming World before, then I'll be, you know, doing exactly the same with all you guys. I'll be back on track, and my aim is to lose 9 stone still, so I'm still kind of, I put about 5 stone back on. So I am a stone under where I started, which is a shitter, but I am determined. We're going to get it off this time, no messing about. Sorry for depressing everybody, sorry for doing a runner, I really didn't mean to do that. I shall be back, I shall be uploading regularly, like I say. Everything's great. I'm just sorry this hasn't been a funny, exciting, chatty video, but they will be back. I might even throw in a few like random vlogs of me and Finley and, you know, pottering around in the day and all those kind of things, what I'm eating. So I probably will do some of those because that would be good for me to do too. I know that they were requested last time, I just never had the confidence really, I don't think, to hold a camera and video. There's a massive difference between it being on a tripod and actually holding it, for me anyway. So fingers crossed I'd get the confidence to do that, and then I can do those type of videos. I really don't think that there's a lot to say more. Just, I am very, very sorry for disappearing and not being around really, because I've missed everybody, and I think that I should have been here, and it would have been great to have got to Target and been like, yes, I've done it. But fresh start, fresh videos, everything. And if you do need me, email me, comment below, let me know anything you need to know, and I promise I'll get back to you, and I will get back to everybody because I haven't commented or seen anyone's comments for probably a long, long time. So thank you very much everybody for watching, and I will talk to you all very, very soon. See you later on.